What's up? How you doing today? I wanted to quick show you my supplement cabinet. I'm just getting ready to work out. It's going to be a pull/overhead press day with a little bit of horizontal pressing thrown in as well for that twice weekly frequency. But behind me, I've got my supplement cabinet. Now, it's minimalistic. You're not going to see a lot of stuff in it. Mainly pre-workouts, because what I do is I like to come out to the garage, to the gym, grab my water, fill it up with my pre-workout, take some sips, sit out here for like 15 minutes, just kind of messing around online, seeing what everybody's doing, checking social media, checking work, stuff like that. And by the time I'm done with that, 15 minutes has passed, my pre-workout is kicking in, I'm ready to go. So let's check out the cabinet. All right, now my pre-workout of choice right now is Gorilla Mode. I've been using this for a while. I don't know if it's gonna track on that, focus in on that or not, but I guess not. So I've been using this for a while. I really like it. It is probably the most well-explained pre-workout on the market, just because Derek, the creator of it, he's got a video that's like an hour and a half just on this pre-workout. Now what I do is I take one scoop. I am not a double scooper of this because its caffeine content is pretty high. It's like 175 milligrams per scoop. Double scooping that, that's a little bit much for me. I don't like to go over 200 milligrams for a pre-workout, so I do the single scoop. But I've listened to Derek's video on L-citrulline, and I believe it's a great substance to take for performance enhancement. And so what I do is I picked up a bulk L-citrulline supply, and I just drop an extra serving, like an extra 3 to 5 grams of L-citrulline into my single scoop of Gorilla Mode. So that's how I do that. If you don't like the ingredients in your pre-workout, or if you don't want to take 2 scoops of this pre-workout in particular and get caffeine overload, but you want the full dosage of other ingredients in the mix, I suggest just picking out the ingredients that you want more of, buying them separately, and then you can just make your own mix, add it in. So that's exactly what I do. So on the spot, this has, let me try to find it here. This has 4,500 milligrams of L-citrulline per scoop. Derek, he recommends 9,000 milligrams, so 9 grams. So what I do is I add in another serving, which is another, like I said, 3 to 5. It's actually closer to 5. So I get in about 9 to 10,000 milligrams of L-citrulline every pre-workout mix that I make. Yeah, so I'm gonna mix that up, and I will be with you shortly. 15 minutes will pass. I'll be lining up overhead presses and some pulls. All right, I'll talk to you soon. All right, fully caffeinated, ready to go. Now I'm gonna start with an overhead press. Now, if you listen to my last vlog, actually 2 vlogs ago, press day, you heard me talk about how anything over 30 degrees on the incline bench press really starts to activate the anterior delts, the front delts. So what I'm doing here, I'm not necessarily going completely vertical at 90 degrees. I'm going with a 60-degree incline here, barbell bench press, 60 degrees. This is not going to focus on my chest at all. This is going to focus on shoulders. I could go 75 degrees. I didn't really feel like doing that. I want to do 60 degrees today, and trust me, this is going to light up my front delts. So I'm just going to start with a light warm-up. Always start with a light warm-up for barbell movements. Just start with the bar. That's all you have to do. I don't care how strong you are. So I'm bringing this bar down just past the chin. I'm trying to keep it over my body, and when I'm pushing it up, I'm pushing it straight up, maybe even a little back. I'm not pushing it out to the front. All right, so I always like to hit a warm-up set, a light warm-up set of roughly 10. Doesn't have to be perfect. 10, 12, 15, whatever you're feeling. Just make sure you're doing enough to get in the form groove of the exercise that you're about to hit. Okay, let's put a little weight on there. So today I'm not going to be pushing all this weight. I'm not going to be pushing 1 rep max, 3 rep max, anything like that. This is a 60% 1 rep max week, which means I'm gonna be hitting around 90 pounds. So what I like to do is I like to take 20% of my working weight and I move up my warm-up sets in that increment. Sounds complicated, but it's not hard to figure out once you do it a few times. So around 90 pounds, 20% of that is 9 times 2, it's 18 pounds. That's it. So I'm gonna be going up by 20 because obviously I'm not gonna be so picky that I have to make 18 pounds and have 1 pound micro plates. Now that's still real light, and that's why you see me still doing around 10 reps. So what do you think comes next? Another 20%. I'm gonna throw on another 20. It's gonna get me real close to my working weight, and that's fine, because as I warm up, as I pyramid up in warm-up weight, I drop my rep counts. Warming up, it's to get stimulated, not tired, not annihilated. And some people, I've had people give me crap for doing like, 3 or 4 warm-up sets. Those people, they don't know what they're talking about. It doesn't take a long time. It's not complicated. You're literally seeing it does not take a long time here. The people that talk shit about that are the people that you'll see them walk into the gym, they're doing flat bench press, they put their working weight on set number 1, then go to work. They're idiots, basically. Yeah, those guys, the people that do that, they don't take advantage of the power of warm-ups, the benefits of warm-ups. You're gonna be less likely to get injured. You're actually gonna be stronger during your working sets if you do proper exercise-specific warm-ups. It's a fact. I see it all the time. I see it in myself, I see it in my clients. I see it everywhere that people are warming up properly. Do not be the guy that does 0 warm-up sets. Don't even just do 1. Do multiple, start light, warm up with some specific parameters, and I promise you, you're gonna get injured less. You're gonna be stronger during your working sets, and you're gonna have improved form as well, because you're already gonna have some practice reps in, and you're gonna be setting yourself in that form groove before you get to your working sets. That's super important as well. All right, things are feeling good. I'm gonna just hit 95. And already through the warm-ups, there's some added volume in there. All volume matters to certain degrees. I'm not saying it's high quality volume. That's gonna induce a lot of growth. But it does build up over time. It does help. All right, this is just going to be a nice set of 8. I have a feeling this is going to be too light today. yeah, it's pretty easy right now. I'm gonna keep going, just get some more volume in because I can. Technically, my program allows for 8 to 12. All right, so I got the 12. Now, as I'm doing this, especially as I'm building up in reps and I'm feeling that burn increase, the burn is increasing literally in my front delts, that exact point that I'm trying to hit. It's not increasing in my chest, it's increasing in my front delts. And that's why you don't necessarily have to do a 90-degree straight overhead press if you want to hit your front delts. 60 degrees, 75 degrees, and anything up works wonders. Okay, working set number 2. What I ended up doing here is I ended up putting a little more weight on. As you saw, that first working set was way too easy, which is a good problem to have. I mean, that's amazing. Feels great, obviously. Now, I could go 8 to 12 on that last set. I easily hit 12, so it was a no-brainer to bump this up. Let's get into this next set, and then I'm going to talk about a nice tip for overhead pressing on the bench. All right, I'm pretty sure that was 12. Again, that was a better weight though. More challenge, more work, had to focus harder on form and everything like that. So I said I was gonna talk about form tips. Let me do that. When you're working on an incline bench, one thing you wanna try not to do is slouch. You don't wanna slouch down on the bench as you're going through your set, because what that's going to do is it's actually going to change. You know, if I start up nice and high, not a huge back arch, so I'm truly essentially pressing at the angle that I want to be pressing at, nearly overhead in this case, 60-degree angle. But if I slouch, you know, if I let my butt come forward, by the end of the set, I've turned this thing into like a 45-degree angle bench press, and obviously that's going to be more chest. I don't want that. So when I'm doing my set, I have to stay tight, I have to stay upright, I have to stay focused on maintaining that initial angle that I started the set with all the way to the end. Otherwise, I'm literally changing the exercise during the set. That's no bueno. You want to stay focused on the muscle groups that you're targeting and you're intending to target from the first rep to the last rep. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit longer breather here. I'm going to sit with the same weight, and I've got set number 3. This is a core lift for the day, so that means I have an AMRAP set coming up. Now, I'm already feeling a nice front delt pump here, which is great. My upper chest has some blood in it, but it is not the main area of focus. No way. Right now, it's front delts. Feeling nice and full, and yeah, feeling really good. So going into this last set, I'm gonna try to get anywhere from 16 to 20 reps. And depending on how I feel at the end of it, I might strip some weight off and add some extra volume just to really get that initial pump firing up the workout, starting it off very right. All right, so ready to rock set number 3, AMRAP. Let's get into it. Bunch of reps coming up here. All right, so I'm upright, I'm held up nicely. There's my minimum. I'm gonna try one more. Let's go for it. I want 16 to 20. 16. Ooh. Oh, now front delts are lit up big time. You can see the front delt right here. That's the area that I'm targeting with these sets. You can tell they're definitely pumped after those sets, but especially after the AMRAP. So I'm gonna do some more pump work because it just feels so freaking good. I'm gonna strip this off, get a little bit lighter, and get back to work. I gotta do it quick. Now I only had 100 pounds on that last set, so if I'm gonna strip down, you know, I need like half that weight. I'm just gonna go with 65 to be honest, because I just threw on a 10. And it seems like a very light weight, and it is. But in this current situation, it's not that light because I'm pre-fatigued. I'm heavily pre-fatigued. I'm coming straight off an AMRAP set with very little rest, maybe a minute, but that's about it. All right, this is just extra volume, extra blood flow. It's just more for fun than anything. And building that mind-muscle connection, because my front delts, they're already fired. They're burning right now. Yeah. I always try for around 20 on these. Pretty sure that was 20. Okay. Yeah, you can see the front delt veins. It's good. Oh, now I got to tell you something funny. I got to tell you a little story quick. If you're perceptive, you notice that one of my armpits has no hair and one of them does have hair. This morning, they're getting a little hairy, so a little long for me. So I only had time in the shower to shave one, and I'm gonna hit the other one tomorrow. So did not think about that, did not plan that, but I noticed that as soon as I saw myself line up for these overhead presses. Note to self, shave both arms next time, or just don't give a fuck. And right now I don't. So I'm gonna move on to the next exercise. It's a pull-up. Let's get it. All right, just doing an angle check. Haven't ever filmed pull-ups right here before, so let's see how this goes. Now this is gonna be a warm-up. I should use a resistance band to add more help. Right now I just don't feel like doing that. I'm not gonna do that. Bodyweight pull-ups are definitely on the light side for me. So I'm just getting nice, clean, smooth reps. Nice full range of motion, dead hang at the bottom. All right, now those felt great. The truth is for my working sets, you know, I'm really gonna be around body weight. I should actually be a little bit lighter, but I don't really feel like doing the resistance band today. I feel like just doing straight pull-ups because that felt great. So I'm gonna do my working sets with body weight. All right, working set 1. Now this day, this pull overhead press day actually has 2 core lifts. So this is a core lift, 8 AMRAP is my set rep scheme. So all I need is 8. Yeah. All right, those were excellent. Very nice reps. Focusing in on the lats. This big muscle right here. That muscle is pulling my arms from the top position to the bottom position. Now I lean back a little bit so I can squeeze my inner back muscles, inner middle back muscles, those rhomboids as well. But my focus, my mental train of thought is lats. When you're doing a vertical pull, that means pulling something from the top, down, focus on your lats. Working set 2. Now, if you have trouble with grip on your pull-ups, I suggest, you add a little chalk. You're not gonna see me caking my hands with chalk. You don't need to do that, it's overkill. All you need is a little bit. You just put a little bit on there, rub it in. Your hands don't need to look super white. All you're trying to do is just dry them out a little bit, make them sticky. All right, another set of 8. Whether you can tell or not, that set was easier for me, and I call that the second set effect. I see it happening all the time. It's just a testament to what I was talking about earlier today during my warm-up talk, where warm-ups do help strengthen you. They do make you stronger for your working sets. Now that first warm-up set, it was body weight. The second set, working set, was body weight. And I always see people, including myself, start to do better and hit their peak performance on the second set. That happened right there, and you probably feel that too. Honestly, just give me a comment if you feel that. So I want to talk quick about what happened with that set. That set felt really good. Whether you could tell or not, that set felt amazing. My body weight felt easier than the first set. Now I call that the second set effect because it happens a lot, and it happens with me, it happens with the clients that I train. I've heard other people mention it as well. It's a testament to exercise-specific warm-ups, which is exactly what I talked about during those overhead press sets. Warming up helps you. It makes you stronger during your working sets. And I find that I always reach peak performance on set number 2, and that's because I'm warmed up. I've told myself, my body, my muscle fibers, my nervous system, what to expect by that first working set, my true working weight. Now, when I get to the second set, I'm more in the groove. I am recruiting the necessary muscle fibers based on the stimulus that I gave my muscles, my nervous system during that first set. And my second set just feels better. It's the second set effect. It happens almost every time. It's a testament to exercise-specific warm-ups before your working sets. And I'm sure you feel it too. I think everybody does that's experienced in the gym and that's put some time in the gym and put some time in the right way. Right now, I can pull for very low reps, like 1 to 2 reps, around 270 pounds. And if I'm doing 60% of my 1 rep max, I have to take away a little bit over 100 pounds from that. And that leaves me at like 165 for my working weight, for my working sets. Now I'm not 165 pounds, I'm about 200, so I'm clearly going heavier than I should be here. And what that means, why I'm telling you this, is because I'm gonna hit a set, I am not gonna get 16 to 20 reps. I can tell you that right now. But what I can do is once I'm done, once I hit failure, I'm going to pop on a band, and I'm gonna get added volume with assistance, making me lighter than I actually am. All right, so let's get set number 3, AMRAP set. These might be a little bit more sloppy, just because I'm gonna go for a little more speed on these, just to try to help with more reps, more volume. This is gonna be a tough set. I'm going faster, but I'm still thinking about laps. Whew, I think that's 12 or 13. Let's keep doing work. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. All right, so there's failure. Now, I want to make these next reps quite a bit easier. So I've got the big Elite FTS bigger orange band. I'm gonna go with around the knee. Let's get back into it. Oh, that's it. All right. That really didn't give me that much help. I mean, for only being able to hit another 5 or 6. But it was enough. And my lats are pumpville, man. Seriously. Okay, so now I'm done with the cores. I got a pull done. I got an overhead press done. This is pull/overhead press day. So now I am back to my horizontal press, making sure that I get my twice weekly chest frequency. So I'm gonna do a close grip, slight incline, 15-degree incline bench press. This is gonna focus in on triceps, front delts, and it's a great move for upper chest and the chest as a whole. So I'm making sure to bring the bar down to my lower chest, just below it. Okay, so I do that warm up just to get in the groove because I'm coming off of a pull. It's the farthest thing from a press that I could be doing. So I'm coming off a pull. I want to get back aligned with my pressing groove. And so it's good to hit that light warm-up set. Even though it's a supplement lift, I still do warm-ups. All right, straight into the first working. Now, I don't do an excessive back arch because I'm not trying to change the angle. If I'm laying on this bench, you know, pretty flat, the angle that I set the bench in is very close to the angle that I'm actually pressing. But if I do a big back arch, then all of a sudden my chest is coming up and off the bench. Basically, I'm doing a flat or even a slight decline bench at this point. That's not what I want. I want to be less arched and more true to the angle of that I actually set the bench at, because that's the angle that I want. So here's another tip. You might notice that I have my head up when I'm doing these presses. And I try to do that because if I have my head back, I can't really feel like I'm fighting the arch so much. Honestly, when I put my head back, my back just kind of arches a little more automatically. I don't want to do that with this. I want my back to be pretty straight. So I actually kind of try to curl up a little bit as I'm doing the press and pulling my head forward, tucking my chin. It really helps me curl up, and I keep my body as close as I can to the angle of the bench. All right, set number 2. Nice weight for great form, great control, being able to really zone in on those triceps, front delts, and upper pec heads. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm staying away from failure. Technically, it's a medium rep day. It's 10 rep day. That was a nice set. I believe that was 11 reps. So you notice I'm up, got my head forward. It helps me just feel like I'm hitting everything up on top here, plus triceps, of course. All right, final set. Final set, set number 3. Nice set of probably 10 to 11, maybe 12 reps. Keeping that back arch light, keeping the chin up, tucked, doing everything I can to feel those upper pecs. Now, that was actually, I know this takes time and you have to build up an extremely good mind-muscle connection, but I could actually feel that in the upper half of my pec, and you would not expect that from a close grip bench. But close grip bench, especially with a little bit of incline, it delivers that upper pec work just nice. All right, now while I had the pump, I was just talking about the upper chest and how I could literally feel, see, I can feel this top part during those close grip bench presses. And you can see, you know, here, especially when I stretch, you see that line? That's the separation between my upper and lower pec. There, you can see it a lot right there. So that's the separation. That's what I was talking about. And you can see that right there. So right now I'm focusing on building up the upper pec muscles here, here, because you get that nice upper, there you go. You get that nice upper pec shelf. Right there. See, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm going for. And that's, to me, that's what makes a really solid looking chest, especially in a shirt. You know, you don't want your chest to be flat. You want to try to pop off your collarbone, and you can see that is definitely happening here. Sup lift number 2. Now we're back to rowing. I already did a vertical pull today. I like to round things out, keep things balanced, so I'm gonna hit a horizontal pull. It's gonna be a bent barbell row where I touch down the plates to the floor every time. And I like to do that. It resets my form, and it gives me a definite depth marker to hit in ensuring full range of motion. I'm a big advocate of full range of motion. Quick. So I want to talk about, actually I don't really think I can do anything quick, especially with my talks. I know they run on a little bit, so maybe quick. I hit a lift day, it's a posterior chain focus day. I hit that 2 days ago on the 15th. My hamstrings, my glutes, they're a little sore, which means they're a little bit tight. I could have skipped bent barbell rows because of that tightness, because of that soreness, but I actually like to force them to stretch out a little bit, force them to activate slightly, and get some blood into the area. But the main thing is that I like to stretch out sore muscles, and without me even thinking about it, hitting these bent barbell rows, that is stretching out my hamstrings especially, as well as my glutes. So don't be afraid to stretch out sore muscles. Use certain exercise choices to your advantage. Kill two birds with one stone, and that's what I'm doing here. Back to it, set number 2. What I want you to watch here is where I'm pulling the bar. I'm wearing this belt and I'm gonna pull the bar literally into the belt, because when you bent row, you wanna try to pull the elbows down and back towards your back pockets. And where does that bar end up when you do that? It ends up at your waistline. Put a belt on, see where the belt's at, pull the bar into the belt. All right, I'm here with a little quick tip. One thing I want you to watch, pay special attention to during this next set, is that when I pull up the bar, when I lift the bar off the ground, I'm doing everything I can to not ratchet up with my upper body. I want my torso to stay flat. I want the row to remain horizontal, and I want to hit my lats and muscles of my mid-back. I do not want to ratchet up so much that it turns into a shrug. One of my pet peeves is seeing these guys at the gym do these shitty-ass bent rows where they're basically standing up. They're hitting a shrug, or their body is like at a 45, 60-degree angle. Don't do that, man. Focus with your bent rows on the muscles of your mid-back and your lats by staying folded over, trying to keep your torso nearly parallel with the floor. And by touching the weights down in between every set, you're resetting that good form. You're starting from that good origin point, and you're gonna make sure that you have the best chance possible of keeping that torso parallel to the floor. Watch me do it. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna touch the weights down. When I pull up, I'm not gonna ratchet up, because that changes the dynamic of the lift. It changes the area of focus. It puts it on the upper back. I'm not interested in working my upper back right here. I'm focusing on the big muscles of the middle back, the lat right there, rhomboids, teres. The bottom position should look very much like that of a Romanian deadlift. Some knee bend, not excessive, hamstring tension, glute tension. The torso is near parallel with the floor.
and I'm pulling up towards my waistline. You're gonna see from this angle, probably, the barbell's gonna hit the belt. Minimal torso ratcheting. In fact, actually what I like to do is I try to lean forward and drive my torso down a little bit mentally as I pull up. You might not see it actually do that, but thinking about doing that, trust me, it makes a difference. You got to get these mental cues in your head, and you're going to improve your form because of it. All right, those were excellent. You got to take my tips to heart. And the reason you got to do that is because I've been lifting and training hard for a long time, decades. I'm almost 43 years old and I'm hanging in there. I've been training hard and I've never gone excessively heavy. I've never cared about powerlifting. I've never really cared that much about 1 rep maxes. More when I was younger, but not to the point of others. And that's helped me train strong and for a long time. And I feel great. Like I said, 43, I feel phenomenal. And I'm just gonna keep going. That's what this vlog series is all about. Keeping up, keeping going, motivating guys like me, and guys that are older, guys that are younger as well. I'm just motivating everybody that I can, and I'm showing you how to train in the process. Okay, man, these are really good single arm tricep press downs with the D handle. I love these so much. And as you know, I love twice weekly training frequency. That's what I'm doing right here. This is a pull day. It's an overhead press focus day, but that doesn't mean I don't hit arms, because I hit arms twice a week. And in order for me to do that, I got to hit them on both my upper body days. So getting it going. Single arm tricep press downs with the D handle. It gives me a extreme level of focus on each arm. I also like doing these with a straight bar, get both arms going at the same time. But today I'm feeling the extreme connection, one arm at a time. Building up those horseshoes, baby. One more. Oh, yeah. So those are hitting the triceps real hard, building up that pump. And yeah, they're feeling very, very good right now. Oh. Just for efficiency and ease of use here, I'm gonna get a cable curl going, and I'm just gonna do one arm at a time. I'm gonna get the focus in, the same level of focus that I'm hitting with the tricep press down. So let's get that going. Now, I'm making sure to get I kind of like to do these crossbody, to be honest. So I'm making sure to get my full flex, arm straight at the bottom. All right, so again, I like the cross body. Sorry, I got to face away from you here, but yeah, biceps. Biceps feeling full too, for sure. I swear, man, my biceps, I don't know what it is about them. I feel like everybody's got this part of their body that they don't have to work too much, and that they feel a connection with and a pump with quickly. For me, biceps, like my biceps are freaking full after that one set. That's literally the first set of curls I did. Granted, they got some blood in them from my rows, but I can do one set of biceps. I got that connection, and I can get the pump going like immediately. It's nice. I love it. I mean, I can think of a couple things that feel better than the pump, but just a couple. All right. Oh boy. Whew. Man, this is actually kind of cool sitting here with the camera on, keeping it on for an extended period of time. I actually kind of do feel like I'm here with you and you're here with me right now. I love it. That's one of the tough parts about training alone is, you know, I have to drive myself to lift. One, I have to make myself get in here week after week after week. That's tough in itself sometimes, but I am dedicated and I have the willpower to make sure that I get in here. But once I'm in here, you know, I'm alone. It's just me. I freaking love to talk training, and I can talk training for hours with a like-minded person. And right now, you know, you're not talking back to me, but eventually I'm going to get some comments on these videos, and we're going to be talking back and forth. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm really going to love that time. And I am just building this up because I want to get to that point. I have a passion for this stuff. And one of the things that happens when you have a passion for something is you want to share it with others. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. All right, let's get into this next set of curls. No crossbody this time, just straight up mimicking that classic barbell curl. Sometimes you can touch the muscle that you're working. Try to dial it in even more. Yes. Man, I just hit the zone. You know how sometimes when you're training super hard and it's like halfway, it always comes late for me in the workout, halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way into the workout, and you just like, you get locked in. You get locked into the zone. All you want to do is just do more work, build the pump, grow, build strength. I'm in that right now. And something about just sitting here, being with you, knocking out these sets, short rest periods. I got Papa Roach on in my ear. And yeah, I just hit that zone. I just hit that zone during that last set. I'm gonna keep it going. No time to rest right now. Forgot what exercise I was doing. All right, back to triceps. Last set. This time we're going crossbody tricep. I have always been a fan of these. These feel so good. You get that nice opportunity to lock it out. You're just pushing away. Just pushing away. Ooh. 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 Huh. Yes. That's it. That is it. Whew, that's it for those tries, man. Whew. Look at that tricep pop. Oh. Last set of arm work for the day. Slightly different, just leaning back a little bit. No particular reason, I just really feel like it. Feels good. My triceps are shot right now. Biceps, I mean, my biceps are shot right now. Yeah, man, I can tell I'm just in that zone. Mixing up my words. Yeah, failure is gonna hit quick here. You can just feel it coming. One more. That's it. Oh, yes. That's it right there. All right. Arm pump, man. Triceps. Biceps. Oh boy. Okay, I just realized I only have 2 minutes left on this memory card. Obviously that's not enough for more training footage. I'm gonna get in some lateral flies for my shoulders and some straight arm pull downs for more lat work, and then I'm gonna call it a day. But I had to show you, man, this is that arm pump that I was talking about. Biceps, triceps, nice and full, real full. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with that. This is, you know, it's been a great pull overhead press GST day. GST, it delivers, man. It's got balance. It's got science behind it. Great training foundations. It delivers. And man, yeah, arms, shoulders, lats, all feeling really good. I'm gonna talk to you later. My next day coming up is a quad focused leg day, GST squat day. See you then.